As always, I'm so happy to be back, but this is very interesting. Every time when I go live every Friday, man. And
you are always live.
And I'm always, yeah,
even
like
Thursday.
Lenny Liebovitz. Did I say it right?
You did.
I got it right?
You're brilliant.
No, you're brilliant. The artistic director of the Marvel Theater Company. Did I say it right?
Marvel Rep, but Marvel Theater Company works too.
Marvel Rep, okay. This is, it's interesting because every time I go live, it's like the minute before I go live, I gotta fix myself, my hair, my bra, my blouse, I gotta go to the bathroom. It's like, all these crazy thoughts, man, before I go live.
Of course, but you look terrific.
Thank you, not as good as you. And I tell you, Lenny, I appreciate the pink. You know, I
have to work for it. For you, it comes naturally.
Yeah, well, come on. We're just paying compliments to each other now. I want to be cute. I want to thank my sponsors first because I don't want to forget. How can I forget these sponsors? D'Amico's, the best Italian specialties. I had come up to Brooklyn in the next couple of weeks with George Santana. Hopefully he's back in town. I think he is, right, Chris Kosak? We got Chris Kosak, the voice that sells, in the house. Gloria Messer is passing by. She's going to be heading to camera number 1. No, camera number 3. Okay, Caterina Lankova and Mr. Bruno with my hair. Trying to get it with more. I'm not dyeing my hair like I used to, Lenny. You see, man, you guys are so lucky, Chris. You guys are so lucky because you don't have to be concerned about the hair.
I'm concerned.
Are you concerned?
Yeah, but what can you do?
It looks good. I like it.
Oh,
Lenny.
thank you.
You look
thank
like a rock star.
Oh,
you are a rock star.
Amen. That's a nice spin on it.
I'm giving you a big compliment. I tell you. When we met, Charles Casano, one of my artistic producers, he brought me to this incredible production, the Three-Penny Opera, La Ópera de los Tres Centavos, Bertolt Brecht.
Oh, that sounds so much better in Spanish.
La Ópera, it sounds nice, right?
Yeah.
La Ópera de los Tres Centavos, Bertolt Brecht. And I went to see this work, and I was so stricken by the beauty of the production. It was beautiful. The acting was impeccable. The actors, the singing. How do you direct a play? Song after song after song after song. How do you make it work? And I remember at the end, I went to you and I grabbed you and said, oh my God, you're such a great director. I give you a big hug. I said, I gotta get his energy, his talent. I need some of his talent. How do you make it work? I mean, to be able to have that ability to get the best of your actors. Lenny?
I wish it were a science, Sissy. It isn't. It's so mysterious. Alchemy has a lot to do with it. But I think the key question is the same question with respect to somebody that we love.
Right.
Do we try to understand that person on our terms or on their terms? And when we try to understand somebody or something that we love on their terms, then we can hopefully shed the ego.
Shed the ego. Listen to that. Shed the ego.
Shed the showbiz ideas and try to find the truth. It will always be, the truth will always be somewhere out there, and truth itself is a very subjective notion, but it's a question of point of view, trying to penetrate the text and understand it on its terms. That's where I start. Yeah,
but I tell you, Bertolt Brecht used to say, I read his diaries 100 times. He's one of my favorite playwrights. One of the greatest playwrights. Amazing. He says that... And
fun.
And yes.
Often, you know, mistaken as a kind of...
Deep, extremely dark,
and dogmatic.
Dark, yes.
You know, pedantic playwright, but he's very, very entertaining in his storytelling.
And he said it, that if you cannot entertain, forget it.
Yeah.
You need to, before you make your point, before you do what you got to do, you got to be entertaining.
That's right.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Yeah. And nothing needs justification less than entertainment.
Right, right. And it's not hard for me to get excited because I love the theater. I love the theater.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm trying to see as much work as I can, but your work, your actors, the casting. I mean, before we talk about that, I want to go back in time. You were in Columbia University?
Oh.
Boston University as well?
Many years ago.
Come on, not many years ago. You're a young man.
A young brontosaurus.
Prodigy at 16 with the piano. You were piano.
Yes, hard work. I would say prodigy is a much bigger word than I deserve, but I worked very hard, and in what I call a former life, I was studying to be a concert pianist. But that was too lonely for me.
It was too lonely?
Theater, gave me that connection and communion that I needed in love.
Yeah, so what's the objective with your company?
The objective is to do great material, really well, of course, and to build and grow so that Marvel Rep becomes a destination as New York City's flagship rotating rep company. We are really the only company in the city that is exclusively devoted to rotating rep, and it really is the most exciting way for actors and audiences to experience theater, because they get this full immersion experience that they wouldn't get if they were just watching or acting in one play. Instead, they get a number of plays in counterpoint. It's an Olympian way of producing and of watching theater. And New York City, which is the greatest theater city arguably in the world, should have a company that's devoted to rotating rep. And I would love if within 3 or 5 years we are, a real destination because of what we're doing, rotating rep.
It's big. Your work is big.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
It's a big responsibility as well.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes, of course.
Are you a happy man? You can see that this is your life. I mean, are you able?
I think happiness is something that will always be a platonic ideal out there. Divine unrest. Divine unrest is, but of course this is very nourishing. Busy and nourished.
Right.
Yeah, and off the streets, I think.
I like that. Casting the actors. How do you work with actors? You audition? You like to audition new people? I mean.
Yes, I do. I do love to always keep the repertory family expanding and responsive to the material that we're doing. This season we invited quite a few new people in, and every season I like to do a new round of auditions so I can meet new actors. And I love working with actors. They are, for me, the most important resource in the room.
Right.
Yeah, they really inspire me.
What makes you
brave souls.
What makes you so good, Lenny? I mean, honestly, because directing actors is not an easy job. It's not, I mean, you can be, I don't want to be on your camera. You see my hands were in your shot. That's your, camera number one is exclusively your camera, so
you're welcome to share my shot.
Yeah, I don't want to do this too Italian.
Add some glamour to it.
No, I have to just, it's a difficult job to direct actors.
Yep.
Right?
Actors, like I said, are very brave souls, and by necessity, because their art requires it, they are, sensitive, must be sensitive souls. So you have to be very careful when you say something, what you say, the gift, the inspiration that actors draw from is very mysterious. And if you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, you can ruin it. You can really ruin it, shut it down. You have to be attuned. Yeah.
Yeah, in tune. Like we were talking to Chris Kosa right before. It takes special skill, but you gotta be. I don't know if you're a good, not only a good observer, but you have to have that sixth sense. The actors are not. We're very different people. We're not normal, Lenny. What we do is not normal, is it?
It's not ordinary. It's extraordinary.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to open your soul.
Yeah, you have to be so brave.
Yes, of course.
Right.
And it takes special skill to be able to direct that energy.
Yeah.
And when I saw the play, I was like blown away by the beauty of the production. Man, Lenny, it's just
Thank you.
outstanding.
We worked very hard on unifying the elements and creating
and everybody
a whole
was
world.
So good.
Yeah,
Lenny,
they were.
Everybody was so good.
They all brought so much.
Yes.
Each person brought so much.
Even with Chris
energy and
Kipiniak, we're
truth.
talking about you. When I interviewed Chris Kipiniak,
Oh, he's great.
he's one of my boys. He's one of those actors to me that he's beautiful, but he's so gifted.
Right, and a tremendous range. He played Henry Higgins for us a couple of years ago in Indiana before I came to New York. And just recently for Marvel Rep, he played a German doctor. He can do anything.
He can do anything.
His range
Do you remember a little bit of Kevin Kline, physically?
Yes.
Right? When I seen him, I said, oh, Chris, you look like Kevin Kline.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh? He was good. He's very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
But he, hold in very high regard. Of course, what you do
too.
is not easy. Now, Lenny, what beats you? In terms of, like, do you like to go to the theater much? Do you like to go to Broadway, off-Broadway? I mean, there's a lot of great companies out there.
Yeah, I love to see everything. It's each new play I go to, regardless of what I've read or heard, it's like a new love affair and a new opportunity to, be inspired, to be lifted, to be moved, to glorify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stage work and readings. You guys, when you do a play, when you're not doing a play, you're doing readings?
Yeah, we do a series of staged readings. We're just about to begin them, actually, in a couple of weeks. In between, like as we ramp up to main production, it gives us the opportunity to test material for future seasons in a an informal, very low budget, friendly setting, and also gives us an opportunity to work with new actors, to work with new directors, and to give new plays a shot.
Good.
We very soon want to be committed to, or we want to include in our mission, introducing a new play, a world premiere every year. And in fact, this fall, as part of our Banned and Burned series, we're introducing our first world premiere, a play called Night Games, which is co-written by, Diana Russell, a great woman and writer, and me.
Good, awesome. Are you thrilled?
I am thrilled and scared, but mostly thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good feeling. I mean, talking about braveness.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, are you obsessive with your own work, Lenny? Are you able to shut it off and go home and say, okay, let me turn on TV? Do you drag your
I
work at
don't
home?
drag it, but it's always there. It's all pervasive for me. I'm not a good compartmentalizer. In other words, I'm not good at separating this from that. It's all one big stew, one big whirlwind. That's just the way. That's why my hair is, the way it is.
I like it. Now, what's missing in the theater?
Oh.
What do you think is missing?
I actually think rotating rep is missing, especially in this country and in this city. And a kind of like a library of great plays that that are available to audiences. I don't mean a library in the literal, you open a book and read it, but that are available for performance. The great plays of yesterday being tested against the new plays of today in this kind of living library, which is what Rotating Rep offers. I think that's what's missing in the theater. But in terms of the talent in the theater, not just in New York, but all across the country, it's amazing. The acting, the design work in this country is, as far as I can tell and imagine, the best it's ever been. But there isn't enough work, and it isn't enough counterpoint, and that's what I love about Rep, is that plays are tested against each other. They orbit each other in performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what actors want.
That's what actors, we want to be challenged.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Right, and audiences too, and designers, and directors.
Of course, it's a challenge.
And
now,
Sissy.
Yes, you cut me. I cut you off. You were
no, not at all. No, you want to be challenged because you are Sissy.
Yes, of course. I have to be. But you see, I forgot what I wanted to ask you. I said I have something for him. Oh, the feedback. What people say to you when they go to see your work? What do they say? I'm kind of curious. What do they say afterwards?
The feedback.